안녕하세요. 나주마스입니다. 이번 영상은 미국 중학생들의 따돌림과 낯선 사람들에게 인사하는 것에 관한 영상입니다. 미국 문화 자체가 샐러드 볼처럼 다양성을 가지고 있기에 원어민 친구들의 대답은 참고로만 알아두시길 바래요.
Hello, I am Fiona.
What grade are you in?
Eighth
Eighth
grade.
grade.
Hi, my name's Sophia, and I'm 14 years old.
In my school, me and my friends kind of evaluated every time there was a fight, like going around, or just like word of a fight about to happen. And in the first 2 months, there were like, no, probably in the first 2 weeks, there were like 5 fights. And it was like horrible.
Oh,
And
what kind of fight? Verbal fight or hitting each other?
probably physical and vocal. It was terrifying to say the least, but it wasn't really coming from eighth graders. Eighth
Ah,
graders were like more civilized. We would just have other ways of fighting. We did get physical just a few times, but it was mostly coming from the sixth graders, which was very terrifying because they're way younger. But then
mm-hmm.
one day our choir teacher told us that it was just them trying to cause trouble because they were bored. That's what some kids do when they get bored. They're like, it's so boring. I want something to just happen.
Oh, because it is boring because they are bored. That is why.
Exactly. Like, and us
Oh,
older kids, like, of
uh-huh.
course, we had the mindset just because they're bored doesn't mean they have to basically get bruises and basically nearly make a mess of everything. There's this thing in psychology, I think it's called like the imaginary audience, which is like when you pass by someone and or some group of people and they
Mhm.
start laughing, you think it's at you. But most of the time, if you just try to keep your distance from people, or especially people that you think are giving you like bad vibes, if you
Mm,
just try to keep your distance and stay out of it, then you'll be fine. That's basically my strategy. Just like when
mhm,
people are talking to you
mhm.
and you just say hi, and if they're asking like for help on a question, you just help them and that's it. That's
Ah,
my strategy.
I see. So, are there any bowling problems too?
There have been some people that would like bully my friends or me, maybe like just being mean, and it really annoyed me and my friends. There is some bullying in my
Mm,
school. We didn't really mind. We just kind of brushed it off like, oh, just go away. We wouldn't just take it too literally because they were just trying to put us down so they could feel bigger, make
mm-hmm.
us feel smaller. And we know
Mm,
that. So
mm.
we were just like, okay, so what?
Thank you for sharing this story. So, you didn't care about them, right?
Yeah.
Just
I
move
just
on.
kind of just ignored them.
Good. I like your strategy. Good job. If fighting happens, do teachers help or who help? Stop fighting.
Teachers would probably notice this right away because it would get really loud and students would crowd around to watch and record and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Some students would run away because they don't want to get into trouble because when there's a fight going on, teachers will pull out their phones and they'll make sure that the security cameras are active and they'll try
Mm-hmm.
to get faces of students to give detention, suspend, or expel depending on how many times they've been in a fight. Some students have tried to separate others so then others don't get in trouble. Some have just ignored it. I've went around it many
Mm-hmm.
times. But yeah, teachers do get involved really quickly. We even have this police guard
Police
outside,
guard.
yeah, at
Ah,
the bus pickup
good. Cops come to school and help
just to
students.
separate any students that are conflicting each other.
Great. All right. Do you feel safe at school?
Yeah,
Good.
more or less, since I do distance myself from any trouble, like people that give me bad vibes, when
Mhm,
I can feel a fight going on, I can
mhm.
be like, okay, I just need to stay away from these people. And I like to stay near my friends because when we're near each other, it just feels a lot safer.
Good, good, good. So the reason why I asked about this question is because it also happens in Korea, middle
Mhm.
schools in Korea. That is why. All
There
right.
is no place where bullying won't take
Right,
place.
right, right, right. You are so smart. Yeah, right.
I've never experienced it,
Mm,
but there's sometimes like bullying, but it's not like in the movies where it's like aggressive, aggressive. I mean, in my middle school, there was maybe out of the whole time I was there was one or two fights. and then it ended as soon as it started. Like they did it, teacher came up because we have teachers patrolling the hallways, and it's like an anti-bully school.
Mhm.
So there is some girls that bully other girls and boys who bully other boys and other way around. But I don't normally see bullying. It
Mm,
could be happening, I don't know.
got it. How about fighting?
At my school, I don't know about other schools, there was only maybe 2 fights that I saw
Mm,
happen, and like I said, they ended as soon as they started. Some people got hurt, but, like, not as bad as, like, bloody noses, broken arms, like, it never happened like that, and
mhm,
it could be about a stupid reason too.
mhm. Okay, thank you.
I don't think it would be a really good idea to just
Mhm,
say hi to a stranger. Let's say they're trying to get somewhere really quickly and they're just walking down the street. You don't want to stop them or just distract them from where they're going.
mhm.
And plus, it could be dangerous because the
Yeah,
stranger danger and stuff like that.
right.
Just a little hi and that's it.
Right. But in general, it is better not to say hello to strangers outside. It is your thought, right?
Hmm.
Good. Okay. And
It depends on what environment you're in. Because
right,
if you're,
right.
like, in a school environment, you're pretty much around a bunch of people, and in middle school, it's, like, busy, like, in my school, I was cramped next to everyone. You had to, like, get out of class, like, as soon as the bell
Mm,
rang and get to your next class, or you'd be mazing through people. So, like, if you're in a school environment, you can say hello, and, like, if they're, like, creepy, if
mm.
they seem suspicious,
Oh,
then you have a bunch of kids around you, so they wouldn't wanna do something or what bad guys do.
mm,
But then if you're like in a non-safe environment, like you're walking home from school and your house is too far to walk and you should be taking the bus.
mm,
Like if you're alone and it's dark, I guess if you're walking home from
mm,
anything, I wouldn't suggest saying hello to anyone.
to be safe, right?
To be
Mhm.
safe.
Yeah. Safety is the most important. 시청해 주셔서 감사합니다. 영상이 조금이나마 도움이 되었다면 좋아요, 구독 부탁드릴게요. 항상 건강하시고 행복하세요. 바이.